Hello and welcome back to Terra Invicta. Welcome back to the finale. One way or another, we're beating this today. So if this video is 2 hours long or 12, I'm not sure, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. We're on the attack. We're just prepping up our forces outside of Neptune here to do another bombing run. And then we have our secondary fleet coming in to get ready to move on the wormhole itself. I have no doubt that we can beat this today. The question is how long is it gonna take? Hopefully not too long. Before we get into all of the space stuff, there is something I wanted to do, which I had an idea about, which is like, I'm still building up economies and welfares and everything like this. Let's stop doing that. I don't need more mission control. I just need the environment to be fixed. There's only one thing we care about anymore. I want to see what happens if I go max into environment. Can we solve all of our problems? Can we solve all the problems on Earth if we just put literally 100% of our funding into it? I don't know the answer to this, but I'd like to find out. And it seems like a fun little theory tester. You know, we don't need anything else going on. So we got the old Indonesia here. It's not like we need our countries to get any better. And last but not least, the PDL. 100% into environment. Let's slurp all the gas off the planet and see how we hold up. Unpause, 5 speed. Get right back into it. Independence Day taught us anything is that the aliens don't deal well with H-bombs in their motherships. Yeah, that's true. That's true. What is this little scrap las fleet doing? We are being targeted by the resistance with a purge mission in Jakarta. You're telling me we own a Jakarta?
Offering support.
Going silent.
You're going low. These guys were in low lunar orbit, which means probably lunar shipyards. I can barely remember what all of our fleets are doing. The EAF is moving out here. Ceres is moving out here. The JDF, I think, is basically traveling between Saturn and Jupiter. You are detaining random people for interrogation. You are turn-in counselors.
Ready for your orders.
Okay. I'll go and will. The day doesn't end if you don't go to sleep. You can finish this game today. I think we can do it quicker than that. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm gonna found a platform here. And then I'm gonna land this guy. I'm just gonna give him all the upgrades right now until he's big enough to actually be built. And then that ship can repair. We're gonna let him wait here because he is just waiting on the rest of the gang. We're losing points in Indonesia. That's okay. Not things we're overly worried about. And the Canius orbits are up. Now, this mine, I don't actually think we need, so we'll just shut it down. I'd rather make sure we have lots of extra mission control right now. Amazing. There is the Ceres base. Repair here in 22 days. Calcification. A generation who has only known a world with aliens among us is now coming of age. They have never experienced the sense of wonder from gazing upon a tranquil firmament. Their sky is a place of politics, of conflict, of menace. On Earth, those who have assumed power in this new era have learned to maintain it, as they always do, and it will be more difficult for our counselors to compel them to act. Our counselors' missions will take longer to execute going forward. Some missions will have increased impact as we spend more time conducting them. Missions are now once a month. Honestly, thank God.
Where do you need me?
Ready for orders.
I don't want to be doing Earth stuff. I'm done dealing with Earth.
Removing our enemies.
This problem is
Standing
solved
by
as far
for
as I'm
orders.
concerned.
Offering support.
At your service.
Where to?
All
Standing by
right.
for orders.
You're gonna advise, I don't know, India.
I'm on your side.
Ready for
Oh,
my
actually, we have a million more of these structures
Gear up.
to blow back
Reporting
up,
in.
so
Gear up.
What's
I guess
the
those
op?
guys will get back on that action. You're gonna advise. We have India, we have Africa, and we have the US.
I will help them.
I guess India. India. We do have a handful of points here. We're gonna just start giving you science. Your science max is at 23. You're taking command for advice. You've been taking science for the same reason. You've been taking science, I think. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, basically the answer is whatever you don't have. At this point, I'm happy with the way everybody looks. Fantastico. Let's get back out into space where things matter.
Offering counsel.
Offering assistance.
Offering support.
Yeah, so we have a pretty big repair here until the 28th of April. Okay. Yeah, I'd love it if these tooltips said, you know, how long until where it's getting. Where is this? Some tiny little rock out here near Mars. We're just gonna have our guys go shut that down immediately.
The LZ is secure.
Frankly, no reason not to.
Target destroyed.
And it's super fast to get done. Everyone's starting to think about the environment.
We've removed some threats.
I mean, I hope that we can solve the whole environment problem. I'm very curious to see what it's like once you have everybody doing it at once. God, that is still so expensive to get out here. All right, so here's the thing. I want to launch these guys. I'm going to have them join the series attack force. And then there's a station out in Nerid. There's also a site there. I do feel like Triton is probably the more important part here. So I'm going to send that whole gang out. And we'll deal with the major threats first. We can also then set up a base outside of Triton.
Standing by for orders.
Y'all are ready to go again. Indonesia, please focus on the environment. So we're going to have you advise to
Offering
Africa.
assistance.
At your service.
I'm
You're
here.
going to burn something down, and you're going to burn something down.
We're going in.
Just basically playing the game, waiting for a critical failure on those two. So how's that look? 490, 82, 490, 72. Are you telling me even with everybody on environment, I can't reset it? Can't be right. I mean, it could be right, but I'd be really disappointed. Blow these dweebs up.
I will help them.
I will help them.
Lending my expertise.
I
And
will
let them
help
keep cooking. I love burning it down. It's very satisfying, isn't it? All right, Obsidian Tower Base, please get nuked. The EAF has arrived at Marina, where they can resupply for 11 days. That's not too bad. And the JDF has gotten to Jupiter, where they're going to take out whoever I think was setting up on Ganymede. Without the target being destroyed. Repeat and continue. Target destroyed. Great. They also set up a station here. So we're going to blow that up. And see a couple other aliens around 4 Vesta orbit. Now, I only have a couple of scrap lasses in here, so fighting a set like that seems a bit risky business. But also could be fine. It looks like most of their nose weapons are broken. This is quite a fleet to get to knock out. Okay, we're just going to send them back to Luna. And then we could send them out to Fort Vesta afterwards. Let them at least rally with the rest of their ship.
Score one for the good guys.
We used to have these horrible biting ants that would move in and kill the local ants when you grew up. They were black and red in color, about an inch long. The toxin's extremely painful. Ouch. They sound like a pretty awful time. Quite frankly, those sound like not an enjoyable experience. Seem like kind of like they're jerks. Engage. JDF. What's here? Silver Guardian base. Yeah. Just quickly assault that with some ground troops. Okay. And then Ganymede. Fought back against them by burning them out. Whenever you found an infestation, we would pour about half a gallon of gas into the hive. Yeah. Modified strings of firecrackers in. Then light both the gas and the fuse on fire. Kept the local ants going well. That's a hell of a way to do it, that's for sure. But, you know, sometimes you gotta mean business. Sometimes you gotta teach those ants what's good. Oh, there's a lot of fleets here. Whoa, But you know what? They're all relatively weak. I'm going to burn everything we got. Because the EAF can set up bases. This is the wormhole. Are we going for Anisi with these guys, or are we going for Lucian? I guess Lucian from Neptune makes better sense. Yeah, all right. So we are going to park our EAF above their capital, above the wormhole itself. You guys love a little hab here you got to blow up. And then... Is that the only thing at Ganymede? Nobody set up a site there? All right. Spent a little bit of gas just getting to this last asteroid. Just knocked the servants out, so... How goes the whack alien? I feel like pretty good. It's Lamberto orbit. That's fine. That's like way back in. They got a lot coming in right now, but we got a lot coming out. We have enough to get Rasselhag Investments. Wasn't Rasselhag Investments ours in the first place? Oh, this is a different Rasselhag Investments. I could swear we have like a special org called Rasselhag Investments. How many times can I say Rasselhag Investments before it sounds like a crazy word that doesn't make any sense anymore?
Ready for orders.
The answer is it already does. You there, burn something down.
Heading to the LZ.
Not you. You. Not you. You. Oh, you're waiting on upgrades. Okay. Giddy up, buttercups. You're going to take this base. You're going to decommission it. And then you're going to fly back to your home station. Get your butts refueled. Refuel
Offering
those butts.
Offering counsel.
Offering assistance.
Lend in my expertise.
Okay, we're detecting more stuff. Another set of scrappers. I don't know what this fleet is. Strike Force 1. Just call them Strike Force. We lost one of our orgs, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Libby, hello. Welcome, welcome. We'd have these neighbors who were dealing with ant infestations. Our property was mostly just the tiny little irritating ants that are good for the soil and don't bite. Hard to be 100% with them. At least we kept them down. Yeah, I'm a crazy word that doesn't make any sense anymore. That does sound correct. That does sound like that might be me. What's going on here? We have one fancy spaceworks and a fission pile, and then we're building 2 more fancy spaceworks. Very good, sirs. Why not? A lot of crackdowns happening. So the JDF, I think you guys are good. Like that's a Tiangong squad coming in. This is a low Jupiter orbit 2000 fleet. Coming in like a year. That's the only actual threat right now.
Score 1 for the good guys.
And then the aliens were... Where did I say? 14 low Vesta orbit? They have a couple of guys in low Vesta. Couple of guys in around here too. That was the fleet I was looking for. I can zoom out there literally full speed. Do we need this? No. Shut it down, lads. That counts as our maxed out Saturn base. It sure does. Fully built bases. Triton, Nereid, Anasi, low Anasi orbit. There's a 4,000 fleet. Well, I'm sure the EAF will have a fun time with that. Guys keep stealing Indonesia from me. One nice thing about focusing only on environment is that our control points won't keep going up and like outpacing our cap, which is what's been happening. Nice. All right, so you're going to be a tier 3 shipyard. There we go. So that's kind of what I'm starting to think about now is like, where can I build 9 shipyards in deep space orbit? And the answer is sort of wherever I want, but...
Ready.
What's the up?
Ready for
You
my
need to come
mission.
back here and take back our
Where do you
Indonesian
need
point.
Where do you need me? Heading to the
You'll
LZ.
go Tel Aviv.
Standing by.
You'll go Mexico
Taking
City.
it to them.
Lock that in, confirm. Keep going.
Offering
Pretty much
support.
everything right now is just
Securing
waiting on
our
these guys to
control.
show up.
Offering counsel.
Less than a month to Triton. Casually insult all the bearers of that name. What about Orbit of the Wormhole? I mean, that's what the EAF is en route to do right now. Panic, calm the public. We're all get there. We all get there. We catch up to this fleet. We take a little bit of damage, but we mostly blow them up. Just finish them off. While we're out here, we might as well take these other guys in low Vesta orbit. Because why not? This is the whack-a-mole part of the game. That's gonna take like all your gas. Gonna zoop you back to lunar shipyards if that's the case. The fact that they can take like very little to get out where they're going. You know, it's like 2 weeks to refuel, to get to the refueling, and then 2 weeks to get back out.
Target destroyed.
9 days here for series.
The LZ is secure.
And this will start our Neptune bases. Arctic methane eruption. God dang it, Bobby. Here's a bunch of our long plasma dreadnoughts.
Our enemies are still in control.
Failed to purge. Excuse me? Unbelievable. All right, hold on. Before we get cooking here, 25, 33 investment points, 38 investment points, 42 investment points. So I'm realizing that, like, 001 prevents all emissions. It moves 11, 78, and 71. Does this change depending on where I look at it? Yeah, 0017 carbon dioxide versus 0011 carbon dioxide, 0015, 0016, 00096. So environment is completely based off of population size. $1.5? We dropped that by? How is that going up to 1.73 when it was 1.68? Oh, because we just had that event. Good grief. That's down 1. Yuck. All right. It's coming along. It's just slow. Unrest rapidly rising in the African Union. 45. We up to 92.
Ready for
You say
my
rapidly
mission.
rising, you say 6.3.
Don't let them find out.
Ready to go.
Ready for orders.
Ready to go.
Ready.
Okay, we'll run you in a stabilize if that's the
Standing by
case.
for orders.
And sorry, the series attack force is also ready out in Triton, right? It sure is. So there's no platform here. Colonize Neptune. Colonize all major planets. Achievements unlocked. I'm gonna put a temporary space dock out here. Fusion pile construction module. You know what? Fusion pile does 40. Those take 20. That takes 10. I'm gonna do that. And these guys are just gonna start attacking the Habs for right now. Detecting more
I
stations.
will help them.
Lending my expertise.
Okay.
I will help them.
Jareth, good morning. Salutations. Or good evening, as it were. Yeah, see, we could do one of these bases before we have to refuel. But I can go blow this up. But I don't have a lot of gas to do it. Could I do that instead? He's pulling all of his fleets out of Neptune back to the wormhole. That's interesting.
Violence is abating.
He knows what's good. He knows what's up. He can see the EAF coming in. Doop, 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 doop. Series is gonna blow these guys out of the water. And then we do have another base there on Nerid, but it is gonna have to be baby steps. So let's transfer back to Virgil Station. And then we're gonna have to have the rest of them join back up. Wait for that to be done. All right, the lunar shipyards are done. You guys are at Sophocles, that's why. Just gonna merge those two fleets. So this strike force is designed to wipe out specifically these invasion fleets. And we can cut them out basically anywhere we want. Which is great. So we'll start with those dweebs. And we can keep moving our way out. I might even just chase down the small fleets that are sitting on asteroids right now. After playing almost a full campaign, what do you think of the AI, both on strategic and tactical layers? Is it good? I think on the strategic layer, it does a pretty good job. I mean, also, like, we're only playing on the base difficulty, and it does go up quite a bit. I think in combat, especially like the auto combat stuff, it does not seem to be... It's almost as if it doesn't update frequently enough.
Control now.
So, like, a ship will start getting targeted, and unless you turn off AI and turn back on AI, it won't think, oh, I should do defensive maneuvers. And so there's a bit of wonkiness in regards to that. But in general, I would say the AI does, like, okay. I certainly imagine it would be a whole different story on a harder difficulty. None of my points in America are being protected. How long has that been going on for? I bet a long time.
Securing our interests.
Acknowledged. Taking it to them.
Okay, we got a bit of power out in Virgil, but we're still waiting on that space dock. The EAF is almost at Anansi. I am actually wondering about putting someone on the Too Fast Not Furious at this point. And I think I probably should. Those guys are coming into Jupiter. These guys are in some sort of temporary orbit. All right, I just got to do a little look around here to be like, who's got alien presence? That guy is completely donged up. So I'm not really worried about him. You got a bunch of fleets around 7 Iris. Let's head out there. Let's cut off some of them.
Offering counsel.
Game would be
Offering
easier to an AI
support.
than you'd think, considering your rivals only
Offering
work via
support.
templates.
Protecting our interests.
If I was to do another campaign, not now, which faction would I choose? Probably the Protectorate. Because I think the Protectorate's end goal is just control all of low Earth orbit, and that seems like a more reasonably sized campaign. Like, I'm pretty sure that Academy, Humanity First, Resistance, and Initiative all have the exact same end objectives. They're called different things, but I am fairly certain they're all the same. Because, like, we try to send a diplomat through the wormhole. I think
Things are
Humanity First sends a nuke through the wormhole. The Resistance, I think, collapses the wormhole. And the Initiative is take control of the wormhole. But ultimately, it's still like you need to own 60% of Earth and you know, kick the aliens out of all the inner planets, kick extremists, kick 2 factions out of the inner planets or whatever it might be, you know? The Protectorate seems like they'd be fun because, like, the servants seem really fun, but they also seem like super easy.
The LZ is secure.
Like, I feel like I could complete a servant run in 10 hours. I know that's not true, but I feel like part of me is like that's the case. I think they'd be a nice palate cleanser to just be like, come on in, boys. And I'd be curious as to, like, what bonuses you get as the servants in terms of, like, just controlling the galaxy, controlling alien technology. I know there's an achievement for controlling a megafauna, which I'm very curious about.
Standing by for orders.
Your
Because that seems
orders?
kind of fun and foolish.
Where to?
Ready. Making things safe for our people.
Offering assistance.
Offering counsel.
What's this guy doing?
Offering
Survey
assistance.
location. That's fine.
Making things safe for our people. Tell me your orders.
Securing our control.
All right, you're waiting on refuels. Part of me thinks about taking the JDF and just putting them on the attack as well. Though
Order is returning.
I am also like, oh, I think I need them to deal with this fleet. Though I can't say that's true. I don't know that I do need them. What is even the goal of the servants when you play them? Roll out the red carpet and that's it? Yeah, basically, yeah. I think it's to put the entire Earth under alien administration. So, like, I don't even know that you really need to play an outer space game. I think you could just do an Earth game. Have we seen this AI split fleets? In order to, like, chase down fleeing guys? I think so, yeah. Nice. There's our Triton orbit. So I'm going to say max shipyards in Triton. Azerbaijan is nuking Baku. That's 6 nuclear weapons fired. Wait, I think I screwed something up here. Well, that was stupid of me. I built 2 space docks out here. And then I immediately built over them. I could have actually refueled with those space docks. Now I gotta wait like another 90 days.
Reporting in.
Whoopsie.
Securing our control.
I'm here.
Defend India.
For you now.
You work
Your
for
orders.
me. You're gonna defend Indonesia.
Making things safe for our people.
You're going to
Ready for orders.
defend Central Asia.
Protecting our interests.
Ooh, the EAF is basically there. 4 days. Temperatures plummet as polar vortex expands over Sapporo. Deploy heating substructures.
I will help them.
I will help them.
Securing our interests.
Defend.
Making things safe for our people.
Protecting our
Defend.
interest.
Securing our control.
You look like you're sending everything you got to the wormhole right now. You sure do. Bunk. That's a big fleet. 5 battle stations? 6 battle stations. I don't know if this is something we can win, but I think it would be fun to try. Answer: yes. At the cost of a single troop carrier. I guess these Megalaz ships really do their work. 59 alien exotics here. Well, blow up that station. You're going to found a fusion platform here, and we're going to call it Wormhole Station. In case I need those space docks running. Obsidian Shield Base. Alien Surface Base Alpha. This is the one, right? Yeah, this is the one with the unknown facility. So we got to get someone on our taxi. Agent, you probably figured this out by now, but if you hover over a flag in relations, it'll give you a breakdown Unification Federation. Anyway, back to part 10. If you hover over a flag in relations, it'll give you a breakdown Unification Federation. Oh, yes. Non-hostile claim in Indonesia. Oh, yeah. There were parts that this was somewhat important in. Yeah, basically we realized it was like the capital states. I have a non-hostile claim. Wait, do you have a hostile claim on the PDL? Has a non-hostile claim on Tokyo. Right. So the fist means it's a hostile claim. Is there any way to switch from a hostile claim to a non-hostile claim? I guess that is a question I have. Other than like the repeatable tech at the end of the game. Look at the aliens scramble to that wormhole facility. Yeah, they are not getting there in time. I mean, we already blew up their stations, so. I think the biggest threat now is like, what if something even bigger pops out of the wormhole? There is Obsidian Base destroyed. All of his counselors are here. Funny. I have been saying these guys aren't on Earth. And I was dead correct in that. So we're going to vibe here until we're ready to go. We'll put probably Turk Turgleson on the Too Fast Not Furious. And then we can beeline him out there to Wormhole Station. So funny watching all these aliens just like come cruising back here maximum speed. Where are you coming from? Lucen. All right. I am a bit worried about the fleets coming to an EC right now. I know most of them are pretty small. Can I bomb these? No. That would have been nice. 83k, 500 strength. I mean, I know it's like I can't even take this station. It is invincible. But the fact that they can park fleets there is a little bit worrisome. Turk Turgleson. I need you to take a mission to the Hydra. What would give you the best options for this? You could probably unassign that. And then you're going to join the
We'll go for
orbit.
Usain Bolt.
Your orders?
And everybody else is going to just go back to advising places.
Where to?
What's the op? Offering support.
Sounds good to me. Why beep beep?
Laying the groundwork.
Laying the groundwork.
Mission in progress.
Laying the groundwork.
What am I missing? Orgs? You might be right. It might be orgs. It is orgs. That's confusing. It's not like I was actually that full before. Okay. 1 second. Unassigned org pool. Ten at most unassigned. It's just that like I unassigned one, but I assigned one. I guess mission to the Hydra doesn't count because it's a special org. Where's this? Adriade. You're going to get strike force when strike force is done striking whatever force they're striking.
Offering support.
Offering assistance.
Ooh, the EAF cannot
Offering
move.
support.
Offering assistance.
They are
I will help
100% out of Delta V right now. Oh no, there we go. We got a bit of Delta V. I just want to pick apart these ships that show up. So mostly I just want to guard this wormhole station. I am curious if this guy is already set to join this ship. What happens if I just like pull it out of orbit right now? It's only going to take 5 weeks to get there, which is good. Some good news. Is there a point to getting moon bases, especially early on? Yeah, mostly if you get like a moon base, it's a cheap way to send probes. Just a strike force. So if you shoot probes from Earth, for example, it costs a ton of boost. If you build a moon base really early on and then you get like the mission to Mars afterwards, you can shoot probes from the moon, and they don't cost any boost. They just cost like volatiles and metals. Sorry, I saw that the aliens set up shop down here somewhere. Is this it? Yeah. Perfect. Easy to catch that one.
Black sky.
Okay, Too Fast Not Furious. You are heading out to the deepest deep that exists. Not Lucen. Anasi. Wormhole Station. Using your super antimatter Delta V turbo engine, it's going to take you 34 days to get there. Look at the speed of that ship. God damn, it's fast. This is what the Pion is all about. That insane Pion engine with the beam reactor that uses 50 antimatter on a full tank. This is what it's capable of. Holy smokes. So that's pretty much the only reason to build antimatter, is to make a taxi in the end game.
Your orders?
Servants try to take one of my series bases. Very
Offering
rude of them.
assistance.
Offering support.
Initiating surveillance.
Lend in my expertise.
Offering support.
Offering counsel.
Still waiting on Ceres to be able to finish Neptune as well, but you know, my hopes is I can just park this guy outside the wormhole. I guess if things get real, he can probably flee. I hope I didn't bring him out here too early. I mean, I did, because I still have to take out Lucon or whatever, but... And the rest of Neptune. Don't get intercepted? Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, they got a pretty big fleet defending them here. Long Plas. Those are guys are meant to join the strike force. Honk honk, says the Too Fast Not Furious. who's just going to stay cuddled up there. I mean, in theory, I could just send Turk down to that base and have him go to ground. Oops. My biggest concern right now, I guess, is just running out of gas coming in and out of Wormhole Station, but it doesn't really cost me much. Yeah, it's like 1.3 every time. Sometimes there's a nice uranium node on Luna. Yeah, that's true. We did get some early uranium there as well. Isn't the ship too fast to be intercepted? Probably. I guess it depends on what they have. Here's the thing, is like, because it's all antimatter, even if it got intercepted, I would have had so much extra fuel that I could have just, like, escaped pursuit. There's no way an alien ship can catch the Too Fast Not Furious as long as they have gas. Which, I don't have a lot of it anymore. But I do got some. Siri, how is your station here doing? 28th of June. Bluff, that's a while. Couple months still on that one. Assault alien habs. No valid targets. What happens if you advise a station? I can't imagine anything.
On Overwatch.
I mean, we'll just let them keep doing what they do. Alien Surface Base Alpha. I can now bomb? Interesting. I can't assault it, but I think that's just because I don't have the troops. 563. They have 539. I can't bomb the wormhole. Not that I necessarily think that's a good idea, but...
Offering counsel.
Offering counsel.
Eyes up.
Offering assistance.
I will help them.
Yeah, he's
Lending
still...
my expertise.
We still gotta deal with a few things before we can really get that done, so... Aliens build up another little mini base here. Nice. Low and EC orbit. Space docks are built. EAF. It'll take you 160 days to repair and resupply. I'm going to go out to this station and I'm going to say T3 shipyard, do not overwrite. So that you have your 2 space docks. And your fusion pile. I don't know if building space docks out there is as important as building, say, like weapon platforms, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Do I have to manually build every ship, even reinforcements? Yeah. But like, you just assign them and then you kind of can set them up to build pretty quickly. Like, I can just open up ship construction and say, like, okay, I want my Megalaz Titans, and then just be like, click, 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 click. Or it can be like, Megalaz Titans on Earth, click, 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 click. Just part of me is like, it's not a bad idea, actually. Some more of these Megalazes. I do have a bunch of shipyards out here. I am up to 136 alien exotics. All right, the strike force is gonna blow that up. Thank you. There's that colony ship in orbit. We're gonna get rid of him. And then the aliens decided to build another base out here. Not in Vesta, around Eros. Around Ceres? Yes, there it is. I don't have the gas for that. Folly of Pavonis. You know what? Let's just go to 18 weeks to get to Mars? Really? $19 weeks to get there? 13 weeks to get to Earth. God, how did I manage to blow this much gas here? That's not even far. All right, go back to Earth. Go pick up the rest of your troops. My ships are refueling right now, so I can't just like come out and keep intercepting these guys. 16th of July to repair all these ships. Nice. The Crantor orbit, which is right here, just got a massive shipyard. That's the full 9 fleet. Basically just waiting on shipyards to build.
I will help them.
I will help them.
Surveilling target area.
Okay, that guy is coming to attack me with 154. So I think the alien is just like last-ditch effort, throw everything it can at me. Because it's attacking our station now. Too Fast Not Furious can resupply. That's good.
Lending my expertise.
Offering assistance.
I think I just realized I might need him to have a mission to the Hydra. Because he's the only guy who has undercover. These guys are at Umbriel, but the UDF is here with overwhelming force. And then they are safe. Wow, it's even pulling its guys back from places like Make. I guess the computer has finally, like, realized what's happening. Why not bomb the alien outpost, force them to rebuild? Because the alien... I have, like, 7.5k in this fleet, and the alien outpost has, like, 100k in base defenses. You basically can't bomb alien bases. They will obliterate your fleet. With possibly some weird exceptions. Undercover says up to tier 1. Oh. Oh, maybe that's not the case then. Tier 1 halves and ships. Okay. Never mind.
Ready.
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 Oh, here we go. Fortune Alliance. Send our Ferrocite-resistant diplomats through the wormhole to establish relations and end the conflict. We must assault the alien base and land first. Requires we've met our victory objectives. Maybe I can assault the hab. Maybe I just need slightly more troops.
Offering support.
Lending my expertise.
Setting a watch.
I will help them.
Offering counsel.
Lending my expertise.
Blah, 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 blah. Because they're still waiting. June. All right, so 2 months in the Neptune bases is done. So Anisi should be about that same time as well, because they weren't that far behind. How many bases are in Luzon? 2. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Generally, I feel like our dropships can take on 2 bases. I guess worst case, maybe I could just like send a dropship fleet from Anisi as well. Applies to all tiers. Okay. Chris Lauren, hello. Welcome. Low Triton orbit gets all of its guns online. As well as its military and its civilians. God, even with these month-long cycles, they're still so frequent.
Your orders?
But that's okay.
Offering assistance.
Making things safe for our people.
I'm gonna dunk a bunch more money into the environment. How'd we do? Yeah, okay. That dropped a full point of carbon dioxide. Only 150 more to go. Dropped a 0.01 in methane. Dropped to 0.01 in nitrous oxide. Okay, all it did was cost me like 11,000 influence.
Lending my expertise.
Offering support.
$34 Circe. That's fine. Strike Force is going to join up with them momentarily. They won't be able to get anything built. So many of these like officer events triggering. It's funny because there's just like not really much to be done during them. Same with like space centers in Africa being blown up. All right, those guys are resupplying. 5.2. Scrap plazas. A lot of those long plasmas. So they're going to go to that. Where is it? Circe orbit? Where are we at? There you go. 34 Circe. Take their time. Ain't no rush on Strike Force. This fleet keeps trying to share propellant. Thought there was another alien mothership fleet coming in, but I think we actually blew it up. Ooh. You are a 4.3 coming into the EAF, though. Along with some other big dogs. You got a month and a half left to resupply. Oh, you're a full year away. Never mind. Not worried about that. This war will be over by then.
I will help them.
Keep it cooking.
Offering support.
Initiating surveillance.
Lending my expertise.
Offering assistance.
That's where they were.
Offering counsel.
JDF is waiting for them, so I think we'll watch that fight just for fun. Okay, civilian complexes at the wormhole station are up. Those are some of the first builds. He's completely fleeing Neptune, so I say it was July for those shipyards, right? Oh, the patience. The patience is not my strong suit. They really do add a phase of this that's like, hurry up and wait. All right, trade in orbit. Just got everything it needed. 10 days to repair and resupply. So Neptune is now officially ours. With the ability to also build doom stacks out here. Or scrap stacks. As our strategy tends to be. Confirm. They're going for low IO.
Offering assistance.
But we can intercept them.
Surveilling target area.
Because our ships are faster than theirs. Also, like, they would probably get shredded by that station.
Offering assistance.
I probably should have just passed them, went to the
Offering
station.
support.
I will help them.
I want to see this in action. Scrap Lazes, Chat Lazes, bunch of the boys in salvage class. Ooh. I'm not actually sure this was a smart fight. A lot of our fleet is like cruisers here. We're almost entirely scrappers and scrap lazes. We do have some of those spinal lancers. I mean, we wildly outnumber them. Hi.
Bump.
Bump up, choke 'em. Thank you for 41 months. Welcome back. Welcome to the space battling. Okay, those escorts are getting just absolutely obliterated with laser fire. Everything that splits off their fleet is just getting obliterated. I suppose targeting the mothership makes the most sense. I'm not sure if that's true. In fact, I'm fairly certain it's not. What I want to do is I want to shut down the weapon systems on all these other ships. I got a feeling this guy is going on a crash course. Allows the ship to collide with enemy ships. If a primary target is set, the ship will actively attempt to ram it, doing great damage to both. Given the sacrifice required, costs a non-refundable 133 influence to issue the command. You have your orders, Chatlaz. You don't have any engines, though, so good luck. It did it. I think some of our other ships also got involved in that, but... I feel like I can't tell what's us exploding and what's them exploding at this point. Yeah, see, I'm gonna need you guys to, like, match velocity. I'm gonna need you guys to, like, all go this way. Need you guys to, like, all go that way. All go that way. Why are, like, some of these guys moving and most of them are not? There we go. Jesus, I'm realizing that, like, all of these dudes are just... crash coursing into that mothership. computer is so stupid. Turn around. All of you turn around. Why don't any of you turn? Like, I'm clicking this one. Why is that the one that's changing? Is it because of match velocity? That doesn't make any sense. Sweet Jesus Christ. I just need to get them close so they can actually do armor piercing. All my troop ships. They're just crashing through it over and over again.
You feel intensifies.
Rando, how we doing? Welcome to the Pew Pew. Guys, stop crashing. Stop driving directly into the mothership. The amount of ships that we have lost. I take back everything I said about the AI being any way, shape, or form good earlier. Look at this. Look at this crud. Why are these guys with light particle cannons not coming into the fight? Sweet Jesus, we did it. Ah. Playing Albion Online, but you have another screen. Nice. Blocked because of one of the advanced maneuvers. So foolish. Ships are kind of dumb, right? Pew pew video game. A lot of pew pew. Yeah, the ships are pretty bad. The in combat AI is truly abysmal. There is no good logic behind it. They put all this effort into making this like really cool fleet combat system, and it's just like bad. Like, the only reasonable tactic I can do is form a wall of ships, head towards the enemy, and then when we pass by, turn around and come back the other way. Like, I have 2 troop cruisers who just ran into the enemy ship for no reason. That's fine. Go back to Goajing. Thankfully, that fleet did not matter. Their only job was to stop that fleet. And then they can just sit back on Jupiter, smoke cigars, and wait for the war to be over. Ah, yes, finally. The end of Triton. We're gonna start assaulting these bases. We have lots of troops out here that we can replenish with. Amount of space PPUs, finally enough. Is it ever really enough? Start at 0 velocity, shoot them to death. Yeah. Yeah, if you got the range, for sure. That's the thing. It's like I made all these really fast ships with really good engines because I wanted them to just like swarm with bees. I wanted them to be able to like orbit motherships, but the computer is too soup to figure that out. And the micro required to do that manually is, you'll forget about it. The EAF is resupplied here, basically. It sure is. So they got a couple of guys in orbit they're just going to nuke. 3 frigates. What is the best bombing ship we have? This is called a bomber class destroyer. I feel like the Daka class. If I made you a bomber, what would you take? A heavy coil cannon. Instead of a heavy siege collier. Can bombard, yes. Can bombard, also yes. Targeting range 900, 362 damage. I don't know why we would use a heavy coil cannon over a heavy siege collier. Kind of seems like a better ship. $83 combat base value. Yeah, here's the thing is, like, I'm hoping if we build bombardment ships that they will take out the other parts first, like the guns first, which would drop them out pretty quickly. Back to the wormhole station. We can build those ships out there pretty quickly. You're gonna go back into repair, 2 days. Yeah. So we can't assault tabs. Pop out to Nerid, take out that last base. I mean, I assume it's like bombing it is going to cost us casualties, but hopefully not be too bad. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take trade and I'm going to build a scrap fleet out here for defense. How much mission control we have? Quite a lot. Five of those, and where are those plasma long plas? That ought to keep them busy.
Reporting in. Protecting our interests.
Make an entire separate fleet for that? Yeah. That's basically the idea. Like, that's why I was looking. If I just build a bunch of DACA ships, those are designed for orbital bombardments, so.
I will help them.
Securing our interests.
And then Nisi gets a battle station. It does actually need more than that, though. When are these done? 5th of October. Okay. I mean, it doesn't need battle stations as long as it has a fleet out there protecting it, but... You guys are in low Nereid orbit where there are no longer any aliens, so you're going to just head back to Triton. And then you're going to move out. As soon as you're done repairs, you're heading to Lucen. I guess you're heading to this station, really. Give you a little bit of maneuverability because you're also going to need to attack the planet. But that should effectively be the end of their forces. You have a small fleet going to Anisi, that's fine. How we're going the victory conditions? It's just blow up everything outside of Lucen right now, I think. And then in through the wormhole. Oh, somebody built a station at low Venus orbit. We'll have to get rid of that. Low Venus orbit. The Mercs? Cronenberg Station. Yeah, we could probably send these guys. We have a station at Venus, so we can refuel out there. America's good. Those guys are not. Defend Africa.
Acknowledged.
Defend the PDL.
Securing our control.
Okay. So this is the NDL, Neptune Defense League.
I will help them.
Lending my
I pulled those
expertise.
fleets. I pulled those fleets
up.
out of Mercury. Immediately, the
Securing
Protectorate
our
was like, we're
interests.
attacking.
Offering support.
Making things safe for our people.
You guys are almost at Cersei. Okay. I don't know what this ship is. Let's scuttle it. Our strike force is ready to bomb out this alien base that was getting built. And they also have a station here, which will blow up. And then they also have a fleet, which will blow up. And by a fleet, I mean a single ship. And then you guys... Where are you right now? Yeah, you could probably head back to Mars. Feels like a good spot, maybe. Let's go to Cassius Theo. We can actually refuel there and then go wherever we want. It's a little bit faster. Okay. Series attack force en route. Sufficiently fat fleet with Marines to assault an alien. Hab, land a counselor there to push a button. Here's the thing. It doesn't seem like we can actually attack the alien Hab. Like, it seems like I have to bomb it. Because I have 800 strength here. I should be able to assault that Hab. It's only got 500. Breakthrough. 5% extra mining, 5% space stuff, 5% ships built faster. We'll take 5% ships built faster. Out of curiosity, does that make even the slightest difference? Knocked 1 day. So, technically, yes. Pan Asia gets a claim on Patna. India. How's our old climate change problem doing, you wonder? This has slowed down a lot. Because this used to always be over 2%. Yeah, look at this. This is dropping by 10. Carbon dioxide. Oh my god. We are actually dropping it. It took a lot, but it is happening.
Ready for my mission. Securing our control.
Ready for
Defend
my
the
mission.
EU, defend
Ready
India,
for orders.
defend Indonesia.
Protecting our interests.
Standing by.
Just gonna sink a little more environment points in here as well. Lock in those assignments. Keep going.
Offering assistance.
So it's
I
like
will
it
help them.
comically has taken
On
me
Overwatch.
until I can attack the wormhole
Our interests.
to be able to start
Making
fixing
things
climate
safe
change.
for our people.
Securing our interests.
Nice. Okay. Now we have a massive ship construction yard outside the wormhole. Too many locations. You gotta be kidding me here. Why too many locations? Make Haumia, Anasi, wormhole station. Here we go. Dhaka class ships, 385 days. No. 171 days. Build as many of those as she takes. Build battle station. Build battle station. Build battle station.
Looking real good. Roger.
So these are all my Dhaka ships being built.
What's our T go, guys? 30 seconds, P64. Roger, about 30 seconds.
Getting ready for the bombing. Neptune is building massive fleets at the same time, just for extra defense. Ceres is on its way to the final spot. Honestly, I feel like the EAF could also probably attack Luzon here, but until those battle stations are up, I don't really want to risk that. Boy, I don't know if this is a good idea. Ended up with more ships out here than I thought they were. Light rail cannons and E-beam batteries. All right, let's see what we got. Now I win. We have a station here. So that should clear back out Venus for us. Correct. So we have 3 things in Lucen, and we have the Victor 122 fleet, which is heading towards the EAF right now. How bad is it that anomaly sea levels don't go down? It's not great for some areas, that's for sure. I was gonna say, might they go down after a while, but I guess the ice isn't gonna really like refreeze so much. We would need to start entering an ice age situation if that was the case. You guys go back to Mercury. And those guys will head back to the lunar shipyards. Okay, that's pretty good. So we got a guy at Jupiter, we got a guy at Uranus, we got a guy in the sort of like inner systems. That's quite fast. Pretty much all the alien fleets are just home, like beelining for the wormhole right now as well, so... I think I'm just going to let the EAF just sit in orbit. Because it's just basically waiting for all these guys to show up so we can blow them up. The Republic of the Centered Cross is launching a nuclear attack on Australia. Okay. Good luck with that, dudes. 7 nuclear weapons fired. Not really much I can do about that, because the computer loves shooting nukes.
At your service.
Like, so as much as I would like to stop them,
Securing our control.
ain't gonna happen
Orders.
anytime soon.
Going in hot.
Ready to go. Offering support.
Offering support.
Setting a watch.
Offering assistance.
Making things safe for our people.
Poor turtles then. Just sitting out here doing nothing. Sitting on your spaceship. Watching the world go by. All these probes. These are all the probes to Neptune just arrived yet. Scans of Triton. Keep running intercepts. Keep expanding the fleets. That guy's in temp orbit. How big is he? 1.6. That guy's returning to Anisi. I guess I could have the strike force. Oh, they're heading back to the moon. Never mind. I was gonna say I could have the strike force come out and attack those guys. Yeah, and I might. Let's see how it plays. My control point cap has gone up, which leads me to believe maybe I lost some places, but it doesn't look like we did, so. Messed up your Dark Tide Eviscerator. You only have 2 dodges because you got rid of the wrong one. Now you need to grind with your Psyker. Can you just respec your skills, or is it like a weapon perk that you had?
Target destroyed.
Either way, I suppose a little annoying. 156 days to lose it. Blah. Slow pokes. Strike Force gets healed up. Terrorist bombings. We'll do a manhunt. At this point, we've had so many terrorist bombings, and all these events are just like major repeats. All human nations receive 30 days of investment points. That should be very, very good, considering how everybody is on 100% environment right now. I didn't actually even think about that. Yeah, I think we just dropped that a lot.
Reporting in. Gear up.
Not you, not you. You. Want you to defend. Not defend, I want you to advise the
Offering
African Union.
assistance.
Let everybody do their thing. Small servant fleets keep showing up in series. They keep losing their fights.
Offering counsel.
Offering assistance.
Done the research quite a few times by now. Yeah.
Initiating recon.
I will help them.
Offering support.
I mean, all those feature techs now cost $250,000 plus. So. I guess let's just bring you back to the wormhole for a quick repair. Few boys wounded there, so. Servant assault repelled. $50 weeks to intercept them. Yeah, forget about it, man. Strike Force can sit put. The Neptune Defense Fleet could just intercept this one fleet. This guy really can't do anything at only 100 points. But also, I suppose Neptune is still adding a bunch of ships. Just lagging me out a bit here. Are we winning? Yes. We are absolutely on the path to victory right now. Basically, I'm just waiting for this fleet to get into position in 136 days. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Come on in, come on in. Beat that guy. So this is like, what, 4 cycles? Cycles are 30 days each right now. Just a little bit more than that.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Humming along. My biggest fear is, like, should I just send the troop carriers to join them? When does he get there? The 26th of April. All right. Send the troop carriers to get there just afterwards.
Ready to go.
Because they're going to take a few days to blow up the station,
Offering
wipe out
counsel.
something else.
Eyes up.
Offering support.
Offering counsel.
These guys are trying to attack me, but I don't think they're going to succeed. We are slowly cleaning up their fleets as they all come back in. Australia nukes itself again. It's okay. It's a barren wasteland. Protectorate repelled. Yeah, it's just all these guys trying to get back here. Okay, a fleet is going for the EAF. He's just throwing everything at us. Which is A-okay. Okay, Australia, you really got to stop nuking yourself. That's 3 nukes in a row. We get it. There's a lot of spiders down there.
Target secure.
But I am not sure the nukes are going to stop them. How long that path is might actually take a while. I hope not. Lucen should be pretty quick. There's only 2 bases there, so... And then we'll start bombing the planet as soon as those DACA fleets are up, basically. Academy does have the hardest win condition. Can I rename the last big alien fleet into something else? There are no last big alien fleets. That's the thing. I also don't think you can rename alien fleets. Yeah, no, you totally cannot. You totally cannot. FG, hello! Welcome on in. Welcome on in. How you doing? How is the alchemy?
Standing by for orders.
We're very close to beating this game. We are trying to invade the final alien planets on the edge of our galaxy. We're mostly waiting for ships to show up. How are you? Welcome on in, dudes. Panderific, Infinity, Sventkaz, Kuiper, FG, Timby, Finnan, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to space. Welcome to the very, very complicated space game that we've been playing for a month.
I will help them.
And we are finally at the end of.
Initiating surveillance.
Lend in my expertise.
Lending my expertise.
We can rename alien fleets in the overview? Oh, okay. Weird that I can't rename them from, like, just this menu. I feel like they maybe changed that. I think they might have changed that. Factory is going well, definitely. I'm not giving in to the insanity of it. I watched you play a little bit, and I was like, oh, I cannot.
Score 1 for the good guys.
This game is spaghetti for me right now. Too much going on at once. It seemed like extreme Factorio. But that's also pretty fun. Is this the one that was made by the Longmore team? It is indeed. We have been playing as the Academy, who want to make friends with all the aliens. That's basically our job. Our job is to make friendships. And we make friendships by beating them into a pulp and saying, hey, quit it. We're basically disciplining them like we would, I don't know, a cat, maybe? Not that I recommend beating up a cat, but we're just kind of smacking them on the nose over and over
Securing our
again
interests.
Where do
to
you
try
need
and
me?
teach them we
Heading
could
to the
do a
LZ.
lot worse. We are literally, we're sitting outside of their main base with a giant station and a giant fleet, and they have this tiny little planet back here on the absolute edge of the galaxy.
Protecting our interests.
Surveilling
And that
target
is
area.
where the last of the computer is. Who's this
Offering
guy?
assistance.
Where are you going? Departing the solar system? I didn't even know that was an option. Get out of here. The aliens are so scared they are fleeing the whole solar system at this point. Our last 2 invasion fleets on our way. One of our officers of insight giving us bonuses to whatever we want. Ships take less weapons damage. Ships are built faster. ECMs are more effective. Let's go faster built ships. 44 days till the attack force arrives from Ceres. Lurk time, gonna get ready for the gym. Enjoy. Pump that iron. Starts off simple, gets complicated, and it's really chill, so it doesn't feel super overwhelming. That's good. That's the key to those games, I think. There's got to be a bit of a ramp up. Gunboat diplomacy, yeah, big time. Just smashing ships into each other. Trying to solve the problems.
By the numbers.
Boom, boom, boom. Went down to save the cat once. Security cameras caught it. Look at this hero. Look at this cat-saving hero we got here. Gunboats. Boats with guns. All of our DACA-class dreadnoughts are now ready to start bombing the wormhole. That's not who I'm looking for. I'm looking for... You guys? No? Oh, Triton orbit. Get that guy in with you. Think all those guys might have just joined me here. Oh, no, they all joined the Too Fast, Not Furious. Whoops. Gotta know your place. We might as well call this fleet the WOG. Their whole purpose is going to just be to bombard this place from high orbit. We might as well wait. Just a little bit, seeing as we still have to take out this last place. So if we can wait for more ships to be built, increases our chances of actually being able to bomb that place and get into the wormhole properly. Last few fleets coming out here. This is, I think, the last month before we arrive. Talking about Dutch underground trash bins. Ooh. Like ones that like come out of the sidewalk at night?
Ready to go. Offering support.
Or are they just like holes in the ground with secret chambers underneath them?
We're going in.
We can't even do overground trash cans in North America, so... Dude, all of our guys have so many level ups here available.
I'm here.
Where to?
I'm not even doing them.
At your service.
What's the op?
Let them
Ready
be.
for my mission.
Let them be free.
I'm here.
Those that come out during the day as well, depending on when the collection is, yeah, between 6 and 8 meters deep in the ground. Wow. Fancy dancy. Okay. Our battle stations are ready there.
Lending my expertise.
Crane
Setting up
lifted
watch.
and embedded in the sidewalk. Cool.
Offering support.
I love it. Yeah, well, at least like I remember living in Toronto and we would just have we would have garbage and recycling, and if you looked inside they would just feed into the same bag. And it really made you be like, okay, this is all a shim sham over here. They're just saying they're doing the things, but they're not really doing the things. Just pulling the old wool over the eyes. Almost. Almost.
The LZ is secure.
Lot of dropships coming in here. We're gonna have like 12,000 strength. Boom. That is their last space station. They've got the Silver Fortress base, which only has 200 troops, so I didn't even need these reinforcements. These guys are showing up in a few days. Should not be a problem.
Ready for orders. Gear up.
Wipe out these 2 bases, and I think we're in it.
Offering counsel.
I will help them.
Eyes up.
Send a counselor in.
Offering support.
I will help them.
243 just passed. Oh, yeah. That's like a single ship. Okay. You're going to form a platform out here. We're going to just put some space docks on it for refueling. Sweet Jiminy Crickets. Victor 122 traveling to low Anisi orbit. 122. It's right here. It's going to be there in 40 days. You guys are docked. You guys are in orbit. Guess we might as well put them in the wormhole station to repair. So we gotta wait for 122 to arrive. And then we can attack the wormhole. Stoked. Send diplomats through the wormhole, talk some sense into these dudes. Yeah, that's the hope. You know, we'll see how it really turns out, but... Scary. Scary for those big garbage compactors. Yeah, hauling an 8-meter pillar. Little engineer scare. Yeah. Who's that? Why does the ship have no reverse? I find it so funny that you can't stop your ships mid-flight. I guess it would just like open up too many other wacky probabilities, but boy, it is some foolishness. Who's this guy? Oh, you're coming all the way back. Who's this guy? He's stuck in temporary orbit with no gas. Victor 122 is arriving. It's the last big guy.
Target destroyed.
We're getting there. By diplomats, you mean potential bombers strapped with neutron bombs on their chest? Pretty much. That's basically the jam. So those guys are just waiting. You're going to engage these guys. Let's just break the fleet. Surround them, kill them. Merge those bombers in with us as well while we're here. Okay. They're waiting on gas. They can't get up to an EC anyway until they get some gas. People in African Union are badly divided. I'm not worried about that, dudes.
Going in hot.
Oh, we are so close. The last few fleets. The remnants of the aliens coming back. This guy's coming into Neptune, and then the NDL can also join in on this bombarding run. Hopefully we can just deal with it with what we have. All right. The final fight's incoming. EAF waiting
Offering
on
support.
Fleet
Initiating
122.
I will help them.
10
Offering
days.
counsel.
And then we can start the bombardments. I guess probably it makes sense to blow up all 4 of these guys first, but I think that's all of the NDL's long plasma. Out in Triton? Yeah. So the NDL is fully built. Last of these little like this guy doesn't even have a front on his ship. Literally 0 combat power. Poor bastards. They weren't ready for it. We're gonna sort through the EAF out to Victor 122. Engage. Accept. Got 2 more mini fleets coming in there. So nice when your ships are this fast. This will zoop back to that station.
Target secure.
So, have our counselor assign the mission of the Hydra org, target the alien wormhole module at their primary Kuiper base with the Forge and Alliance mission. So the real question still is, do I need to bomb the base to be able to do this? Which I do think I have to do. Who am I moving right now? You're on an intercept. You're on an intercept. $13.5 days. This guy doesn't even have guns. So just go back to the station. How much on that second round of Daka ships? 170 to 82 days remaining. Just give him a second. I just want to see whether or not we can do the objective here. I mean, they're going to collide with us shortly anyway, so. What's going on over here? 29 days. Can we have these guys attacked really fast? (28th of July). Not really. It's like 2 days quicker. So Turk Turgleson Counselor cannot reach target. There are no valid targets for it. Away from Earth, move to any Haber fleet in some orbit or some space body. Like, I guess I'm wondering whether or not I have to bomb that planet, or like, could I land on the planet with this ship?
Prepping for transfer.
What's the up?
No, I can't land on that site. Okay, so it is just like undock. The answer is undock.
Heading to the
The
LZ.
answer is start bombing.
Where to?
You can defend the USA.
Protecting our interests.
For now, the United States of the European Union. I mean, English picks up a lot of foreign words like pajamas. Pretty sure I have to bomb it if no Marines. Here's the thing. I had enough Marines. But it didn't seem to matter. Now, I got a couple of fleets coming in here. Right, I don't have the gas. That's the problem with that. I can't get those guys back. So let's try the WOG. If we do a high-level bombardment, I mean, we got big ships.
Offering assistance.
Offering assistance.
It's hard to say how much we'll get junked.
Securing our control.
Nuclear attack. Australia attacks Australia again. It's the EAF have to intercept him. Okay, so we've taken a little bit of damage. I think just our armor. Maybe if I just stay in high orbit bombardment, it's okay. I don't really feel like I'm doing any damage here. Just pelting their base. With long-range railguns. Special mission option from the counselor. Yeah.
By the numbers.
I feel like neither of us are doing much damage to each other. Assault tab counselor mission. No. It's a mission that he has that just says like alliance with the Hydra, I think is what it says. Okay, there's the NGL. What is that fleet? Okay. Neptune, Triton, Virgil Station, confirm. Orbital bombardment. Maybe I should Bring the EDF in there too. EAF.
Where do you need me?
All right, you're gonna go defend
Securing
Europe.
our control.
Ready to go.
You're gonna defend India.
I'm here.
You're gonna
Making
defend
things safe for our
Pacific Defense
Standing
League,
by.
and you're gonna
Securing our
defend
control.
Africa.
What's the op?
Reporting in.
You are waiting on Forge an Alliance. Yeah, like I can transfer to the station, but I can't transfer down. What is Victor 2932 doing? He's in temporary orbit. The answer would appear to be nothing. He's pretty junked up. We were going to send the strike force after him, but it really was just like not worth it. $53 weeks. Yeah, just not worth it. Oh, actually, I think he is the only alien fleet here, so why not? There's this guy out here, also temporary orbit. There's one guy out at Make. Oh, the servant's got a base on Mengpo. Plutino. I don't know what that means. Those guys are fleeing. And these guys are waiting on gas. So yeah, screw it. We'll do a high-level bombardment with you as well. Oh no, no counselors.
Lending my expertise.
So I'll put him on advise wormhole station. Okay. They're gonna go loosen.
offering support.
Making things safe for our people.
Offering support.
Protecting our interests.
Protecting our interest.
Yeah, see,
Securing
these
our
guys in a high-level bombardment are getting janked up a little bit. Repair and resupply. Which is what I would like to avoid. Maybe the Daka ships could get in closer. Yeah, these guys are barely getting hit. Let's give them a mid-level bombardment. Now they're getting hit. The EAF is going to go back and repair. Just keep an eye on the WOG. $55.4. Okay, so it's working. We are taking out modules. Undock. So if that's the case, I'll put them on high-level bombardments. That was a really loud car. And man, a bunch of your noses got broken, so I'm actually just gonna say EAF continue. The WOG I'm gonna do a repair on. Just real fast. They got so many shipyards, it's like almost instant. And we'll do mid-level bombardments with them. Okay, that was quick. Repeat and continue. Mid-level bombardment. It's done. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my glob. Is it time? So excited.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
I'm here.
Deorbit.
Heading to the surface.
We better
Standing by.
probably stop bombing this place if we're sending a counselor in. Go back to the station. Log. Go back to the station. Oops. What have I done? Go back to the station. You defend Indonesia because I don't want to
Making
lose it.
things safe for our people.
You can
Standing
burn up
by
another
for
thing.
orders.
Where to?
You can advise India.
Reporting in.
You can advise Pan Asia.
Offering counsel.
Confirm.
Offering counsel.
Offering support.
Offering assistance.
Protecting our interests.
Okay, we just gotta wait for the cycle. Hope nothing terrible happens. The WOG's backup has arrived. The guy goes up to 20 security just in case. I guess the WOG joins the EAF at this point. Bumps up to 9K. It's over 9,000. A terrible time to die of old age. Could you believe that?
Wheels down.
What? I would have very strong opinions. I would be very upsetty spaghetti.
The LZ is secure.
Or like somebody else just builds a tier 3 station somewhere in this small amount of time. There is a fleet that just showed up there. I'd like you to go blow it up. Can't risk anything. Get rid of it. Very good, sir. September 30th, first of the month.
Standing by.
Oh my god. Forge an alliance. Send our Ferrosite-resistant diplomats through the wormhole to establish relations that end this conflict. It is a tier 1 timer. We must assault the alien base and land first. Requires we have met all of our victory
Laying the
objectives.
groundwork.
Oh my
I'm
god.
here.
Where do you need me?
You guys just blow up some more alien structures, will you?
Going in hot.
Acknowledged.
Just to let them know.
I will report when my mission is complete.
That's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Offering support.
I will help them.
There is little we cannot achieve when we put our minds together.
Let's go.
A void, once daunting, reduced to a superhighway. A foe, once invincible, has learned to respect us.
Or to fear us.
We stride forward with minds open and hearts full of courage. Reaching together towards a unified future.
I would not want to shake that hand. That hand looks scary. Victory for the Academy! The faction known as the Academy has achieved its final goals. Academy diplomats have concluded a peace agreement with the aliens. All of Earth is rejoicing. We have agreed to terms with the Hydra. Forge an alliance mission complete.
Against all odds, we have done it, Chancellor. The Hydra are speaking to us as equals. Perhaps someday we will speak together as partners.
I thought that's what this was. I thought it was an alliance. Peace in our time. We have completed sending envoys through the wormhole. The period after our envoy team passed through the wormhole felt like an age. Our forces withdrew and waited in a tense standoff with the remaining Hydras. Minutes passed, then hours. We waited, studying our sensors for any indication of the burst of radiation that would have indicated the bomb on the other side of the wormhole had detonated. Yet what eventually came through the wormhole was 2 of our own personnel with incredible news. The Hydra leadership had agreed to a temporary ceasefire. From there, things moved swiftly. More Hydras passed through the wormhole, armed and suspicious, but not immediately hostile. They demanded access to our bioweapon. We refused, but stressed that we would not use it so long as the ceasefire was maintained. The Hydras declared that this was unsatisfactory, but crucially, this time they did not cut off communications. Instead, we've been able to set up a relay system allowing for back and forth message transmission with the Hydra leadership on the other side of the wormhole. Relations are still tense. The Hydras continue to make demands, and back on Earth, the anti-alien factions are refusing to commit to the ceasefire, but negotiations continue. Already, the Hydra demands are becoming almost reasonable. They have dropped the insistence on orbital weapon platforms, and instead are demanding guarantees against bioweapon research and development. We have agreed in principle, in exchange for the Hydras recognizing human sovereignty over Earth, and we will offer access to our existing bioweapons research at some point in the future as a further incentive. They are asking for volunteers to join their forces as well. Arguments continue, but they are the kind of arguments I am well familiar with in diplomatic exchange, the kind where both sides have a stake in the outcome. Hard as it may be to believe, I think this ceasefire will last, and once the ceasefire is in place, it is much easier to maintain than it is to establish in the first place. Our position is still precarious. The anti-alien factions on Earth have already made it clear that they consider this truce only a temporary break in hostilities while they build up their strength. It is only a matter of time until they launch an attack upon the Hydras or us. And the Hydras still do not have the slightest faith or trust in our species. If they can see a way to subjugate us without risk, I have no doubt that they will take it. Yet, compared to a month ago, our situation has improved immeasurably. For the first time, there is a visible path, no matter how shaky, towards peace. In the early weeks after first contact, I had a dream that one day humans and our alien visitors might be united. An alliance of alien species, each different, each cooperating. We are far, far from the day where that would ever come, if it is even possible at all. But what we have done here is a good start. I feel like all the other factions have more comprehensive endings. And that they're like, we nuked the aliens. They're all dead. End. End game. Man. Thank you, folks. Thank you for joining us. Congrats. Talk about dedication. Yeah, this was definitely a long campaign, which is nuts because this was the like sped up advanced campaign. And they really kind of drag out the end of it. There's no doubt about it. The end of it is pretty dragged out. I felt like we should have been done a week ago. Like 10 episodes ago on YouTube. But, you know, it was still good. It was still fun. Just a lot of waiting around for ships, really. Turg doesn't die. He is a guys. You won. You took over Earth and made the aliens become your pets. How many hours did this playthrough go for? I think about 70. I'd have to add up all the VODs. It's hard to say. Oh, that's cool. All these like quotes. And all the counselor voices. It's really funny actually. If you go into the customized counselors, you can clearly see that there are a bunch of counselors who are like Kickstarter backers. I'm guessing they're Kickstarter backers. They look pretty funny. I don't feel like they translated very well. So, do I have autism now? I think I must have had a little bit before if I managed to beat this game. But it's hard to say exactly how much we had going on. Magnum opus of a campaign. Yeah, this was a big one. This was a big one. It's the realistic end, yeah. If it wasn't the sped up version, it would have rivaled Rogue Trader for length. Yeah, so it would have been twice as long. Literally, the sped up one is like everything goes twice as fast. I feel like I just would have been sitting here waiting. Oh, I didn't know Party Elite did marketing consultant. He's great. Cormacker! We know him. There's a few people in this team we know. Cool. Cute. Love it. No worries, Simplex. Perseverance is not autism, though, coming from an autist. I think it's more about learning how all the drives and reactors work more than anything else. Sped up, right? Yeah, this was the sped up campaign. I can't imagine playing this on the regular Long War speed. This took a month, right? This took a month of playing it basically every single day for 4 hours plus. Endgame credits, so satisfying. I know. I'm a big fan of them. So, you know, I want them to play out, so. Always good to see everybody get their recognition, so. So, what now? We have a couple of games in the pipe. There was a group that just announced a XCOM style game. They said it's like XCOM 2 meets Jagged Alliance. And I was like, ooh, okay. So we're going to be checking that out probably later this week. The next game we're going to play through Rue Valley because we tested that the other day and it was really fun and we could do that in a couple of days. And then I think Dominion 6 is going to be the next big strategy game, which is a big honkin' ugly strategy game, but it's very fun. And also, campaigns are not this long. We'll roll back the super long campaigns for a little while. Don't even think it's that much speed up if you focus on space early enough. I mean, we focused on space so fast. And we took control of all of Mars, really. Mars and Mercury we owned, like, right away. We had all the good locations on both those planets before anybody else even managed to get in there. So that's a bit worrisome. Started a normal campaign. I'm only year 2. I think you just basically end up with longer research cycles and more counselor actions when you play on long campaign. But like most of my counselor actions were just advise. I don't think we ever solved global warming either, but Dominions, yeah, Dominions is really cool. I just learned how to play it like in this last month, so. And I haven't been able to beat it yet, so I think it's a good spot for a stream. New run as Americans? No shot. No shot. This guy's going on the shelf for a while. Again, I had a lot of fun with this, but I have a lot of like feedback. My big ones are like the tech tree's a mess. There doesn't need to be this many reactors and drives. There just simply does not need to be. All the weapons and missiles as well. Like there needs to be like way less options. Mostly because none of them matter. The only things that matter are those inertial fusion confinement reactors that you get at like the end of the game. That's the only real reactor system that matters. And then the drives that go with it that can be like upgraded 7 times. It just kind of seems like there should be like, it feels like 3 types of drives, 3 types of reactors. And then they should just have like 12 upgrades to them, you know, so you can always swap them out. And I know that that's not like necessarily realistic, but a straight upgrade path would feel better than 17 separate upgrade paths, 15 of which are all functionally the same and functionally useless against anybody but like Earth species. Distant worlds, ton of weapons. Yeah. Not more changes that stick out to me since early access builds. Yeah, Tony, I agree with you. I thought that there would be a lot more changes from early access to 1.0, and I didn't really notice a lot. They added new provinces on Earth, and I think they made some more formables. But other than that, like, you know, like the tooltips are... The game has an encyclopedia, and all of that information that's in the tooltips should be in the encyclopedia, and the tooltips should be like 5 lines. And they should all be points, like bullet points. It sort of defeats the purpose of a tooltip when you open it up and there's 6 paragraphs. And none of them tell you what you're actually looking for. Remove the unnecessary drives or make them useful. Yep. Or just make them upgradable, right? Like, be able to say, oh, I can retrofit this. Now that I've unlocked better nuclear drives, I can upgrade them. Like, it seems like there's only one nuclear drive, and it's the Orion drive, right? So currently, it seems like the like commercial rockets you start with are good, and then the Orion drive is good, and then the inertial confinement drive is good, and that's it. And antimatter, like that's to me, there's 4 classes of drives and 4 reactors, and that's it. Right? Like everything that's not those 4, completely useless. Strategies to go with slow ships into outer planets or Jupiter rush. You could certainly do that. I think one of the big problems is like you can't really rush Jupiter. Like we rushed Ceres. We got to Ceres before the aliens did. But until you can beat the alien ships, which is like the end game, you can't really hold Ceres. You can't really hold Jupiter. You can't really hold anything past Mars, right? So even rushing out to those locations, it's like the aliens are just going to show up and kick you out of there. That's a hell of a backer name. I want to know what that says. Understand it right that the game starts with present day conflicted Earth and ends with the whole galaxy being under human control, populated by humans going through a wormhole? Yeah, basically, yeah. It starts on the day the game came out. January 5th, January 6th, 2026. Like that is the first day. And the concept is like on that day, an alien UFO crash landed onto Earth. Like we had like unquestionable proof of aliens smashing into Earth, and we knew something was going on. The UI is a lot better. I don't... The UI looks like I remember it looking. I know they did some changes. So maybe it's just I can't remember the original UI, but the UI still didn't feel like super crazy, so... People rush Jupiter on brutal, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there is a strat for it. I'm sure there's all sorts of crazy brutal strats, so... Chemical rockets, Orion drives, inertia fusion power drives. Yeah, that's about the depth of drive development. Yeah, 100%, right? And then it's like missiles are... There's all these different types of missiles, and the only point of missiles is on exo fighters, and the only missiles that matter are the ones that go like 18 clicks. All the other missiles are useless because they'll get destroyed by like a single point defense turret, no matter how many exo fighters you have. So that kind of seems dumb. The other stuff, you know, the lasers are kind of interesting because it's like they have green, red, purple, and then they have like 3 different versions, you know, 3 different upgrade tiers. But the thing is it's also kind of like red goes into green, which goes into purple. Like the moment you get purple, you never use red and green again. And they're all like researchable at the same time. So like why, to me, that should be like, you get all the red lasers and then all the green lasers and then all the purple lasers. And it should be like a direct upgrade path through all of those. And that should just be lasers. Because then the game can also do things like, hey, you unlocked a new type of laser weapon. Let's just automatically mark all your old lasers as obsolete. That's a big thing. That's a big one. I think that kind of quality of life thing would make a big difference. I don't care. And then, like, I think the other big thing is the armies. Fighting wars on Earth sucks. It's not fun at all. The war we fought for China was soul-sucking. Like, it sucked, dudes. And we owned half of those armies. Whatever is going on with the way war works, it's not an enjoyable experience. Whatever that war calculation is it's not well balanced. And I don't know if it's that like defending armies are healing or attacking armies are being hit all at once instead of one at a time, or quite what the deal is. Because it's also like, no matter how many armies are attacking, you can only do so much damage per tick. But I think the province does damage to all of your armies at once. But you can't like occupy, you know, one army can stop you from occupying an area, even if you have 20 armies fighting it. So there's some kind of screwy stuff going on with that. I think the best way to fix that would literally just be to have like lines of combat. Turn the combat into an automatic thing. To say, I just want to invade like from this direction, and then the computer automatically cycles out. You know, the moment one of your tanks gets under 50%, it retreats. The moment a tank is healed, is back up to 100, it enters the battle. Or they fix the damage calculation so that like you can actually do damage to ships. So UI is a lot better. It's still bad, but don't get me wrong. Yeah. Kinetic point defense, get a miss chance next patch. I mean, kinetic point defense misses a lot because we used some of those for a bit, but thinking as game designer, TI is about a simulation design, which may or may not be fun depending on the player. Still a game, you know. Ultimately, so fighting the alien administration while it keeps getting new territory and getting free armies. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like the free army spawning is really stupid. We had that in China too. We would destroy all the Chinese armies and they would automatically get a new army. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Now I have to wait for this army to get destroyed before we can start capturing the territory again. It just wasn't enjoyable, right? And it wasn't realistic either, so. Warfare is here horrible to go through. Player has to fulfill goals. You can do simulation without sacrificing simulation. Yeah. I also think like the antimatter drives that you get at the end of the game, like the Pion Torch drive and the beam reactor, those need to be mega buffed. Like, if they're gonna cost 50 antimatter to build a single ship, then that ship needs to be doing warp travel. And that's for like the smallest class ship, right? If you want to Titan with one of those drives, it's complete. Like, you can't ever build that, no matter how many antimatter stations it seems like you have. So that kind of seems stupid. Like, it just, how much of that game just then, how much of the last 10 hours of this campaign was just me waiting for ships to get to Neptune? Me waiting for ships to get to refueling stations. It was so much, like an unbearable amount. So that needs to get, that stuff could be tweaked big time. So anyway, I'm gonna give all these notes to the devs. You know, I'm in talks with the publishers constantly, so I'll pass these on. I don't know what'll get changed. The game's already out, so I don't really expect a lot, if anything, is gonna get changed. But you know, it is still fun. I still had a good time. I just wish they'd clean up some of the dumb stuff. But that's going to be it for our Terra Invicta playthrough for YouTube. So thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you back here in the next series. Until then, bye-bye.